Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Week 7 edition. Now, hard to believe, Week 7 edition of Friday Football Fever. We got a trio of in-town games, including the Toros trying to break out of their mini slump, plus the Hawks and Badgers kicking off district play, and we hand out some more hardware. But first, we start with our only all-Laredo matchup of the night, and one that could have big implications down the line in the district title race. The Bulldogs and Panthers meeting up tonight in our game of the week. United South looking really good in their first two district games. Meanwhile, Alexander fresh off their bye and a win in the district opener. Late in the first quarter, both defenses standing on their heads. Andrew Moreno and Jose Ortiz tag teaming on that sack. Drop for a loss. It's going to force a United South punt. Well, the Panthers are going to have a scoring chance. Try to go to the flat. This one sniffed out by the Bulldogs. Cesar Rendon, the first man there, then a host of defenders joining the party. It's going to force a turnover on downs eventually for Alexander. The Bulldogs offense starting to show a little life, keeping the ball on the ground. Gael Rodriguez picking his way around the edge here. He's going to pick up a nice chunk of yards, breaking free and moving those chains. On the same drive, though, the Panthers defense bucking up. Javi Jimenez trying to turn the corner. Winston Lopez having none of it. Chasing down the quarterback. That's going to force another Alexander punt. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. No one has put a point on the board, and the Panthers trying to get it going. Brandon Benavides, he gets loose. A nice gain here. Going to get up just past midfield. South got a little something cooking. On the very next snap, they're going to go to the air. Luis Cisneros, the quick hitter, finding Armando Garza. He's got Green in front of him, picking up 20 big yards. They're down inside the red zone. Well, a couple plays later, Javi Rodriguez, he's going to be on the keeper, making a couple men miss into a crowd. Then watch the push from behind. They're going to get him down all the way inside the 5-yard line. South knocking on that doorstep. The very next play, it's only fitting. Rodriguez is going to keep it himself, finding the end zone from a couple yards out. Finally, somebody getting on the scoreboard with under a minute to play in the half. The PAT is no good, so it's 6-0 at the break. But as they've done the past 2 weeks, the Panthers get the better of the second half. They put up 15 more points, and more importantly, hold the Bulldogs off the scoreboard, winning 21-0. Next up, we head over to Shirley Field. The Toros welcoming Rio Grande City to town. Cigarroa dropping their first two district games, could really use a win to stay in that playoff mix tonight. Not the way they wanted to start this one off. The punt going to be blocked by Rio Grande City. Everyone looking for the ball. Silvano Gonzalez with the recovery. He's in for the score. Just like that, the road team on the board first. On the ensuing Cigarroa drive, they're going to need an answer, and they start to get the offense going. Julio Garcia on the end around, kind of picking his way around through the Rattlers defense. Nice gain there, moving those chains. Couple plays later, Jacob Lozano looking to pass the ball. No one there. He's going to tuck it and run. Again, picking up a first down deep into Rattlers territory. Then the Toros, they're going to finish off this drive with a score. Edwin Reyes powering his way in. 4-6. The PAT is good. We're all knotted up at 7. Well, the Cigarroa defense, they're looking to step it up, chasing down the Rattlers QB here. Omero Rodriguez, the first to get there. Then Ricky Villa, he's going to help finish off the sack. Rio Grande City forced the punt. After both offenses are stopped, the Cigarroa has the Rio Grande offense been deep in their own territory, but letting them off the hook. Victor Cardenas breaking into the clear. He's just going to get dragged down inside the 5-yard line. The Rattlers would punch this win on the next snap. It's 21-10 Rio Grande at the half, and it doesn't get any better for the Toros. They do a pair of second-half touchdowns while being kept out of the end zone. They fall 35-10. We finish off our Laredo game. St. Augustine playing host to Our Lady of the Hills. The Knights in their second straight home game looking for their first win of the season. Picking up in the third quarter, St. Aug in need of a big play. A man in the face of Stellan Deutsch, putting all kinds of air under that one. Juan Pablo Gonzalez hauling it in all the way down to the 20. Fourth down for the Knights. They need 11 to move those chains, pick up a first down, going to the air again. This time, though, the Hawks there to come up clutch, knocking the ball away. We're going to head the other direction in the first play of the drive. It's not going to take long for Our Lady of the Hills. They go down the sideline. No one going to touch them. In for the score. The road team with the extra point. They're going to rumble in from a couple yards out. That's your ball game. The Knights, they get a couple of touchdowns tonight. It's not enough. They fall by 45. 57-12 your final. Things not going to get any easier. Next up, St. Augustine going to the defending state champions, the Texas School for the Deaf. We're just getting started here on Friday Football Fever. When we get back, it's time to head out of town. Both Zapata and Grande got the games that really matter going tonight. Our cameras are at both. Those highlights when we return. Well, Thanks, youngsters from Oilton. We're going to get to them in a second as it was a busy night all around us. It's time to head out of town. We're going to start off to our south in Zapata. The Hawks, done with the non-district games. They're playing host to the Ferry to kick off the ones that matter. Zapata looking for a second straight district title on that road, starting against the Lions. Opening drive for Zapata. They're fittingly going to the air. Landon Martinez to the flat. Jorge Sanchez moving the sticks. That pitch and catch out to about the 25-yard line. Those two not done. A couple plays later going over the middle. This time a little play action fake. Martinez to Sanchez. Another first down out to the 45-yard line. Well, after those quick hitters, Zapata going to look over the top to finish off the drive. Martinez right on the money, finding Josh Alvarez. The extra point is good. Make it 7-0 home team. Well, if the Hawks defense keeps the Lions at bay, they're going to go back to the air on their next drive. Check out the concentration from Andy Gutierrez. Going over the middle, adjusting, that loses the control of it, but snatching it out of midair. The Zapata drive ends up stalling out. Early in the second quarter, LaFeria starting to figure things out on offense, setting up the screen, the pass underneath, and this is going to go all the way to the house. 4-6. Their PAT is good. We're all knotted up at 7, and this one is all LaFeria. Gets away from Zapata. The Hawks fall tonight, 56-29 the final, down to our south. We finish off our highlights heading over to Bruni. The Badgers taking on La Pryor. Bruni also getting district play going. They play host to the Bulldogs on homecoming night. Late in the first quarter, Bruni up. They're going to add to it. Albert Escondido on the fake, keeping it himself. He's going to get the corner, and nobody's going to touch it. Taking it in for the score. Badgers jump out in front, 21-0. On the ensuing drive, the Badger defense come to play all night long. The pass is completed, but then swarming to the football. It's going to get popped loose. Diego Padilla with the recovery. We are headed the other way. The first play of the drive, Andrew Alanis with the rock, looking like he's shot out of a cannon here, just right up the middle, showing off that ball, making 28-0, young man, as he scores from midfield here. Into the second quarter we go, and more from the Badgers. They're just dominating the action. Esquivel looking to pass. No, finally he's going to just tuck it and run. Hitting that extra gear. He's in from 45 yards out. Bruni was big at the half. This one never in doubt. The Badgers 52-0 all over the Pryor. They open up district play in style. Checking out our other scores, United over in Del Rio. The Longhorns are actually down 14-7 at the half. They outscore the Rams 27-0 in the third and fourth quarters. A very important win for United there as they bounce back and get a nice victory. Not as good a news for Nixon up in Eagle Pass. The Eagles put it on the Mustangs, 56-21 your final. Mustangs now a tough 0-3 in district play. And finally, Hebbronville, they just keep rolling along. This one not a misprint, 70-0. They hand another loss to Monte Alto. So Longhorns remain unbeaten, now 7-0 on the season. We aren't done with the fever just yet. When we get back, it's time to honor our latest player and band of the week as we hand out some hardware when we return. It's that time of the show where we get to honor the best of the best from the previous weekend with our Player of the Week award. For the second Friday in a row and the third time already this season, we make our way to United South to honor the Panthers. This time around, the award goes to Javier Rodriguez after the do-it-all offensive player was clutch last week. The Panthers lined Rodriguez up all over the field. That helped him rack up 150 yards rushing and receiving with 3 scores. The coaches call him a blessing to have out on the field. Rodriguez just wants to help his team any way he can.
I'm the type of guy that's like, give me the ball. Like, I want the ball all the time. So I love it. I'm over here. Wide receiver, they put me at quarterback, tight end, they put me wherever, and I have no problem with that.
You can count on him anywhere. You know, it's the type of guy that also will tell you, is like, Coach, what is it to show me what to do? You know, he's a 3-year letterman for us. Obviously came in as a sophomore, and to have that type of load on him, you know, as a sophomore, and to put him in positions where he needs to be successful, you know, we're just too proud for him, honestly.
Congrats to Rodriguez and the rest of the Panthers on winning this honor in back-to-back weeks. Be sure to tune in next Friday to see who brings home the Player of the Week from this evening's action. It's not just football players that we like to highlight here, but also the bands. And our group of the week comes from United South High School. The The mighty Panthers of United South come into this season 190 students strong. Their 2021 performance is called the Excalibur, the Legend of the Sword. The Panthers are led by Field Commander Sol Soldovia, Senior Drum Major Bernie Magales, and Junior Drum Major Melanie Madrigal. South is coming off a 4th place finish at last weekend's United ISD band competition. They're going to have an early morning as they play tonight, and then the Panthers headed north to Austin tomorrow morning to compete at the Westlake event. Good luck tomorrow to the Panthers. Time to announce our King of the Mountain winner for the second week in a row. That honor goes to Jacob Lozano and the Cigarroa Toros. The fans in blue might have lost the Twitter vote, but they came out big for their guy on Facebook, stuffing the ballot box for the win. Lozano coming up clutch 2 weeks ago, scoring that touchdown over CC Wynn. He's going to take on the best of the best from tonight's action. Again, wrapping things up, United South a big 21-0 win. Zapata goes down. Bruni wins big, as well as United another big win for them. Well, that's going to do it for us here. Have a great Friday. We'll see you back here next week.